And we are live Sunday, January 28th, 3:45 p.m. So, welcome everybody. This one is going to be open to the public, contrary to what I usually do. Once a month, it's for the public. The other times during a month, it is for my members. So, you can become a member by clicking on the join button on this website. So thank you for joining. If you are joining, this will be recorded if you cannot watch the whole thing. And we are going to take a look at Tesla stock. Tesla stock. We are going to look at all of our other stocks that we are also looking at. Every single day of the week, we are looking at the technical. We are doing technical analysis of maybe 10, 12, 15 stocks. This is incredible, and this is great. What is great with technical analysis is that it is very quick. Once our lines are set, then we just need to look at when the stocks are going to break our lines. That's it. Are they going to break our lines or are they not? If they don't break our lines, we have nothing to do. And if they break our lines, then we have a decision to make. Are we following on? Are we piling on, either on the long side or on the short side? Or are we deciding to stay aside? That's it. And the benefits of technical analysis is that we are not emotionally attached to our stocks like some Tesla fanboys who can ride Tesla from $1,200 to $400 like it happened. Tesla was at $1,200 November 2021, then it was at $400 pre-split approximately in January of 2023. So, that's almost 2 years of holding a stock while it's going down. We don't try to do that. When a stock is into a downward trend, and I seem to have lost one of my main trend lines right here. When a stock is into a downtrend, we sell. We sell and we let it fall down because we want to accumulate. We don't want to recuperate. If you want a stock, if you buy a stock and it goes to $100 and then goes to 50 and you hold it, it decreased its value by 50%. But in order to get back even, you need to have 100% gain. So that's it's harder to gain. So it's preferable to sell when we are reaching some resistance, when we see that there is a weakening and it starts to go down. It's preferable to sell and then let it go down. And when things are going to pick back up again, we can get back in. It's not that complicated. We have lines that are helping us do that, We have lines. This is why we do lines. And those lines are not like the tea leaves that you find in the bottom of a cup of tea, which are subject to interpretation. But the support lines and resistance lines, when they are drawn the right way, will last you a long time. This line right here that I'm pointing at, this line right here lasted from April 2020. It was still in effect until May 2022. So 2 years. 2 years long, Tesla was following that line. Yes, it's going away from it sometimes, but it comes back to it. It goes away, it comes back. And when it starts breaking it, then this is the time to understand that the big bull trend that lasted from April 2020 to May 2022, May 2022 is over. And when it's over, it means that the stock is not going as high as fast. But yeah, that's the time to sell for some of us, because it could be going sideways. Going sideways is not too bad. It's better than having a stock going down. But going sideways is kind of a alert sign, you know. We need to be careful. And then the worst thing, of course, is when it is going down. So yeah, we have our lines that are telling us what we need to do, which state a stock is in, which pattern it is in, and we are using that information to help us go through, you know, 10 different stocks, 15, 20 within 10 minutes, so we can check them every single day. Yes, I'll go through NVIDIA. So yeah, this is what we do on this channel, and now I am doing it for the public once a month, so this is this time of the month. So let's start. Let's look at Tesla right now. So Tesla had a little bit of a move down last week. So, you know, the main resistance line and support lines. Where is this? I'm trying to find. I think they changed things a little bit. Yeah, this is not what I want. So the main trend lines were this one right here and this one right here. And basically what happened is that you know, Tesla had an earnings call last week, and that made the stock go down. We had the big drop, and right now we are stabilizing a little bit. So last Friday is just going sideways, but we had lost the week, last week we had lost some major support at 217.65 and 212.28. We had lost some major support right there. So after having lost that, things were just pretty iffy. We had a little bit of support, weak support I would call it. October 30th right there, we had a low at 194.35. We could have bounced on it. It was possible. It was not as important as a support as this one, you know, these two ones at 212.28 and 217.65. How do you know when a support is more important than another one? You are looking at how far back it has been active, and you are looking at how many times the stock took it into consideration. So the 212, 217 started being in effect in February of last year, and we touched them, boom, boom, boom. This one close, but no cigar. This one, yes, this one right here on June 6th was a touch right here, big important touch right here, boom. It made the stock go up. So this support right here is just a line upon which we find that buyers are coming into the stock. This is what the support is. The price comes down and then it reverts back up at that precise point to 12.28. You know, it happened here, it happened here, here it happened, because even though we went a little bit lower, it did not yes, it closed lower one day and came back up. So sometimes there's a little bit of divergence. But once it was lost, like last year, then we are going lower. So this is not going so well for Tesla, and but we already knew that Tesla has been into a downtrend since look at this here, since July of last year. This is a downtrend. Boom, 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 boom. Well, what else do you want to see? You know, we are holding that line. That line is being held. We are touching it. We are going down, touching it, going down, going down, going down, going down. Except here. So this was a buy. It was a small buy. It was a small buy, but it was a buy. And then what happened? I'm kind of summarizing for the new people that might be joining in. So then what did happen? What did happen is that this was on December 28th. Then we touched another big line, and this one started November 4th, 2021. So Tesla has been into a downtrend since that time. So when a stock is into a downtrend, there's no point in buying it, because if you are buying it, you are buying high, because it is supposed to go lower. This is what a downtrend means. The trend is like this. So if you buy here, then you are losing money on paper. It is going down. So wait until we start a bull trend instead. Wait until we start a bull trend. And we had such signals last year in January. Boom, buy in January. In May, buy again. In August, buy again. November, December. So these were all buy signals. Boom, 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 boom. But now we are getting close to the top side of the channel, close to the resistance of the channel, and now we are coming down. So it's really not the time to buy Tesla. Really not the time to buy Tesla. So where should Tesla take? Where can Tesla take us? So we are at 183.25. We are into a downtrend. So this is the downtrend right here. So Tesla is supposed to bounce to a zigzag between these two lines, and this is what it has been doing. Exception here, but then it came back into it. So Tesla could be going down like this. So I think we can bounce on 155.46 right here. This is important support right here. So I think this can hold. Will it? Nobody knows, but it can hold. So if it bounces in the next week or two, most likely this is going to be here at 155. 155. We have a less important support right here. I'm gonna make it a little bit more green. This is a less important support, but it might still work. So this one is at 174.89. So it's going to be either of these two, in my opinion. I might be wrong. So if it bounces on 174.89, that will be fine. If it drops below 174.89, then it should go to the second one. It should go to 155.46, because stocks always remember where they stopped in the past. If you take any top in the past, this is a top, this is a top, this is a top, a top. If you take any tops and you do a horizontal line, you will see that this is going to affect the stock in the future. So either it is going to completely reverse on that line, or just pause on it and continue. So these are the two things that can happen. So yeah, right now we are into this downtrend. If we break 174.89, then think about 155.46. If we break 155.46, then the next stop is 125.43. Nobody knows if this will happen or not, but we know the milestones. 174.89 is a milestone. If we break it, then we can consider that a signal to short or buy a put, because it should be going a little bit lower. Let me just take a look at the weekly chart of Tesla before going to the comments. So if we look at the weekly chart, on the weekly chart, let's look at our technical indicators. So stochastic is in the tank. 3, we need it to be above 60 in order to have a bullish move on the weekly chart, and we are far away from it. Everything is in the tank, completely in the tank. So the question is, how far will it go? Nobody knows. As I said, we have some support at 176, a little bit at 155. a little bit bigger one because this line here at 125 lasted a long time, so a bigger one at 125. So depending on the news, depending on what's happening, depending on what YouTubers are going to say in terms of the fundamentals of Tesla, voilà. Okay, let me go to the comments. Okay, hello Kagate, hello Tesla Terra. Holding my line since 218. 218. Okay, 218. Well, that's fine. That's fine. It happens. Might be a little bit to cut right now. Maybe if we lose. Yeah, well, yes. Tesla Terra, well, yeah, exactly. It could bounce on 174.89. So at least maybe wait until it goes lower than 174.89 because you might be selling a little bit too soon because you are already at 183 right now. So you can wait at it. If you can wait a little bit lower at 174.89, then about the bottom support line, where is the green one touching bottom support line? You mean this one here? Yeah, it's touching that one right here. Touching that one right here. So this makes it 176.73. No, it makes it 175.81. If I do it just right here, 174. I did it. I'm gonna leave it where I put it because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a secret. So I put this line right here at 174.89 because, and we could be off by just a couple of tenths of cents. You see what I mean? 10 cents, 20 cents. But basically, what I am doing with this one right here is that I am evaluating the Fibonacci retracement thing. So I'm not too, I have never used the Fibonacci in the past, but I started looking at it, and if I do a Fibonacci right here from the top November 2021 down to the bottom early 2023 right here, then I am getting the different points where we could stop, and this is what we have right here at 174.89. We could have a support right here that fits pretty well with what we have right here, the bottom here, the top right here. So it fits to a previous support line that we can see. So I'm going to be calling these. So I think this is interesting. I think this is interesting to use the Fibonacci stuff, but I won't rely on it as much as, just trying to get rid of it now. I won't rely on it as much. So this is just an internal thing. I don't know if I will use a different color for it, but this is a Fibonacci support, and we'll see if we are bouncing on it or not. But the real supports are when we are really going to be bouncing on something. Then this is going to be a real support, a real proven support, and this one is going to be green. Abwat, hello, Fouad. Hi Pierre, curious whether trading the stock in this way yields greater return for you than just holding. 700 and well, holding is nice, but holding means that it goes up like this and then it goes down like this. So holding is less work, but it's definitely not as profitable, because if it goes up and you sell here and you let it go down and you buy back at some point right here, this is better because you have not gone down much. You might have gone down a little bit from the top and you are coming back right here and doing the same thing here. You sell at some point, and you let it come down. So yeah, this is more profitable because you can even make money on the way up and on the way down. On the way up and on the way down. So that's pretty, if I remember correctly, when I sold when we were right here. I sold and bought a couple of puts, and it came down like this. So I made $12,000 right here coming down, and I had sold and I got back in at some point. So this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this. It's more work, but it's more efficient. And you are not, how can I say, you are not losing money on paper that you need to recuperate. The diagonal. You can send me a screenshot. Tesla. Okay, Jose, if we break 170, does it go to 155? Yeah, if we break 174.89 right here, it's gonna go to 155.46. Dollar cost averaging, I don't believe in that because you are buying high. You are buying, if you dollar cost average, you are buying here, 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 here. So you are buying and it goes lower, and you're buying and it goes lower, you're buying and it goes lower, you're buying and it goes lower, buying into, when you are into a downtrend, I don't advise buying because the next move of the stock is to go down. So you are buying high. You are buying high and the stock is going lower. It's trending lower and you are buying as it trends lower. So to me, it does not make sense. Instead, wait until it comes down and breaks that downward trend, and instead of buying at 375, buying at 333, 296, 266, 231, 195, instead of buying at all these points, you are buying maybe, well, we don't know when it is going to come out. It has not come out. It has not come out yet. So is it going to come out at 242? So instead of buying at 333, at 340, whatever, then you are not buying anything. You keep your money intact. You are not losing money on paper. And then you buy at 217 with all the money you would have bought with while into a downward trend. So that's the concept. Don't recuperate, just accumulate. When you are into a bullish trend, then okay, you can dollar cost average, because during these 2 years here, 2 years, during these 2 years you made money and you wanted to invest in Tesla. So that can be okay, even though here, this part right here, that was a downtrend. So okay, so yeah, this part you could have hold off a little bit and then got back in after this line right here. But at least you are dollar cost averaging while it's going higher. So that makes sense. But don't dollar cost average, in my opinion, when it's going down, because it will continue to go down. This is what it is going to do. It is telling us it's a trend. It's, trends. It's thinking in trends, and nobody can tell you that these trends don't work. When I can draw a line that lasts for 2 years and the stock bounces and reverses on it, nobody can tell you that this does not work. Nobody. Boom, boom, boom. This one was, this touch here was in March 2022. And this one right here was in July 23. Same line. Same line. Over 1 year later, it's still respecting it. Still respecting it. It's almost like cheating. It's almost like cheating. So nobody can tell me that this does not work. Nobody. Just look at the lines. Just look at the lines. So this is why I don't advise dollar cost averaging. So yeah. One last thing I might say is that we have been coming down, boom, fast. This is fast. So when there's a move down fast, yes, we could have a pullback a little bit. We could have a pullback. It's possible that we pull back. But then we have this line to contend with. We could be coming down. So nobody knows exactly what it is going to happen next week, but we know that if we break 174.89 next week, next stop is 155. If we break above 194.35, this one above here, then we are we are retesting 212. Stocks move in a step kind of matter. They kind of get stuck at one point and there is noise, and then when they break that, then they go onto a second step. Okay, let me look at other stocks also. So this was Tesla. For the other stocks, we are going to look at the weekly chart, because this is what we are doing on Sunday like this. We are looking at the weekly chart to get the broader view of the trends, the weekly trends. So weekly trends last longer than daily trends. So during the day, during the week, we are doing daily videos looking at the daily trends. So you can look back at my videos in the past. I've been doing this for 2+ years. I have 1,300 videos there. So during the week we do the daily trends, and during the weekend we are doing the weekly trends. So let's do the weekly trends. So weekly trends of the VIX. So VIX is the fear factor of the stock market. When the VIX goes up, stock market goes down as a whole. So do we have a bullish trend for the VIX, meaning that we would have a bearish trend for the stock market? The answer is no. We are just going sideways. We don't have stochastic over 60. So there's no bullish trend on the VIX. So this means that the stock market should be going higher. And we are looking at bonds also. Bonds, this is going sideways. There's no bullish trends for the bonds either. And the US dollar, no bullish trends for the US dollar. And there is the same inverse relationship between the bonds and the US dollar. So when both of them are going up, the stock market tends to go down. So right now we don't see any signs that the stock market should be going down. It could change next week, at the end of next week, but we don't see it. And when we are going to start to see it? Well, we are going to be the first to see it, because we are looking at the financial data. This is financial data. So we have the same sources right here than they have on CNBC, MSNBC, and Kramer's and everything. We have the same data as them, and we can look at them as good as them. So let's look at the Dow Jones index. Look at this, bull trend. You see it? Bull trend. this is into a bullish trend. Short term right here, we had a downtrend. We had a downtrend right here, then we started going sideways. And once we broke that top right here, then the bullish trend was resuming. So we have been resuming this bullish trend for Dow Jones for the past 5, 6, 7 weeks. So this is bullish. Stochastic, we need stochastic in order to confirm that this is bullish. Stochastic, the 21-day stochastic. Let me show you. This is the 21-day stochastic. You can pause here. This is the 21-day stochastic that is telling us, that is confirming that we are into a bullish move. So we need to have the lines that are going higher and not like this. And we need to have stochastic over 60. So now we have both. Lines are going this way right here, and we have stochastic at 98 instead of 60, so that's even better. So Dow Jones is a bullish trend. S&P 500, you know, the same pattern right here. Same pattern, yes. Nasdaq, yes. So the fear factor of the stock market, the VIX, is telling us that, yeah, we should be going up. The 3 stock indices are going up. Well, Tesla's going down, but that's another story. We have other stocks that have been going up, because that's, you know, each individual stock is influenced a little bit by the stock indices, but each company has its own story, its own fundamentals. So this is why it's possible for Tesla to go down while some other companies are going up, and the market as a whole is going up. It's sad, but it is what it is. But Tesla in 2020 did the 10x. Not many companies did the 10x. It's quite rare, but it happened with Tesla. So yeah, it happened with Tesla. We had a 10x. And now the 10x is being divided by almost 2. So it's going to be a 5x if you held. If you held, it's not a 10x anymore. It's going to be a 5x, because we are coming down. Maybe you know, we are pretty much close to halfway if I start in April of 2020. So we are coming down close to halfway. So that's a 5x and not a 10x. That's a big difference. Let's look at some EV stocks that we like to look at, because EVs are supposed to take over the world. So the thinking is that you know, these stocks should be going up eventually. So we are trying to find technical or technological disruptions. So EVs are a disruption. This is why Tesla did a 10x. You know? But we are having a cooling down with EVs. So EVs are, you know, the sales are still going up, but I think people are not as convinced in terms of investment that EV companies are a good investment so far. So this goes into fashion. You know, it was fashionable to invest in EV stocks. You know, let's look at BYD. So BYD, okay, well, yeah, it's not the best. Rivian, you know, it started super high. It was very fashionable at that point, and then it came back down like crazy. And Tesla did this big move, and now Tesla is also coming back down a little bit. Okay, let's look at BYD. So you know, overall, this is a downtrend. You know, since July of 2020, we are making lower highs. So until we break this resistance, we are into a downtrend. And it's been a long time, because this high was in July of 2022, right here. And it has been going down. Yes, within that, it has some bullish spurts. It had one, lasted from October 2023 to July. Is that? No. October 2022 to July. We had a nice move up right here. And now we are into a move down. So we could be having another one right here. So if BYD is going from 192 to 236, you cannot tell me that this is a bull trend, because the overall pattern is down. So this part here, you can just tell me that, well, it is doing a bullish pullback. You know, this is the main move. This is the main move. This is the main move, and within that main move, big move down. This is in line with this. This is against it. This is in line with this. This is against it. This is in line, you know, this is how it works. So yes, we have momentarily, we have some moves up that we can take. You know, we can profit from them, knowing that we are into a downtrend, and knowing that when we are going to get close to this part, then it might reverse. And it takes 2 points to draw a line. So yes, we did not know right here that this was going to stop. But once it has stopped, then we can draw that line. So this line was known here. It was known. It has been known since August 2023. It has not been known before because we didn't have the 2 points. But now we have the 2 points, so we can use them. We can use them. So it seems to be, you know, BYD seems to want to stop at 192.19. Look at this. Stopping. It does not go lower. So we have some buyers that are pushing it back up. This is what we are doing here on this channel. We are looking at the tug of war between the buyers and sellers. This is not tea leaves kind of thing. We are looking at the supply and demand being fought for in real time. So it seems like we want to stop at 192. So 192 is an important point. So maybe this is going to hold. If it does not hold, then it's going to continue down. But we have a milestone right here. We have a frontier. We have a frontier. We had that front, you know, see? Here we stopped on March 13, 2023. We reversed right here. So buyers came in at 192.19. They had enough, and they waited for that number, and they went back in. And now it seems like they are stopping the drop. Are they going to push it back up? We don't know. But we might see what is going to happen this week. So if it breaks 192, don't think about this anymore. If it starts to go higher, wait until you get stochastic, and maybe you can catch a little bit of a swing. We don't know if it is going to happen, but when it is going to happen, we are going to recognize it. Like a lion that hides behind a bush. He does not know when a tiger or an antelope goes by. He does not know in advance. Okay, an antelope will come by at 3:13. He does not know. He has no clue. But he just sees a pack of antelopes. I don't know if they are packs, but a bunch of antelopes coming, walking slowly. And he just parks himself ahead of them and he waits. So he might have to wait 4 hours or 2 hours or 1 day. But when they go by, he has a threshold. If they go farther than this point, he can run fast enough to catch it. So this is the same thing here. We are waiting at this line right here, 192.19, waiting to see what is going to happen. And now it seems like the antelope wants to come close. It's very close. And now we want it to bounce on this. This is where the analogy fails. We want the price to bounce, and then we can hop on it. So BYD, downward trend on the weekly chart, even if we can catch a bit of a swing. Rivian, you know, I don't have to be good to say this, but Rivian, you know, you see this, it's going down. What can I say? And even short term, you know, even since July, downward. This is where it's, so don't buy. When a stock is not ready to buy, don't buy, and you should not even be in it. You should not be in it. This is my opinion. Xpeng. You see, we had a nice run right here. You know, EVs were, you know, the IPO was approximately at 22. Boom, went up to 60, and then dwindled. And now it's going sideways. You know, now we are back into this congestion zone. This is a price equilibrium between the buyers and sellers. There's a little bit of noise between $7 and $13. You can tell me, well, between $7 and $13, there's a 100% profit you can make there. Yeah, you can make it. You can make it. I won't go into that, but you need to go into a smaller time frame to make it, because you will hardly get a good buy signal right here. You know, the stock needs to break a pattern to make a buy signal, and here, this is the pattern. So this is the pattern. When it breaks this, you can buy, and when it breaks that, you can sell. But you can short. But between those two lines, 7 and 13, there's no patterns. You need to go to the daily chart, the daily chart, in order to maybe find a pattern, or even the 1 hour chart to find smaller patterns to allow you to profit. Okay, so Xpeng, it's a no. Don't buy, don't hold. NIO, don't buy, don't hold. It's easy, huh? Apple, okay. Apple, we were into a downtrend, was broken in March. This is the weekly chart, and now it's going sideways right here. So Apple has been going higher than where it was. So, you know, it's climbing. Right now it's going sideways. So it could do this, or it could do that. Nobody knows. It tends to want to go higher. We are making higher lows. So the price is not going as low. Here the price was at 126 and buyers pushed it up. Then the price came down to 168 and buyers pushed it up. Now it came down, not last week, last month it came down to 181, buyers pushed it up. So it is into a bullish trend, and it's at the same time going sideways since May. So right now, one of these two patterns is going to win. The sideways pattern or the bullish pattern, nobody knows. But we are just going to position ourselves. If we start going higher than 198.35, then it's a buy. If we are going to go lower than 170.58, then you can short it. So right now, we have to wait. ARM, we don't have much technical indication right here, but ARM is into a bullish trend. So ARM should be going higher and higher. So you can dollar cost average into it, because on average, this is going higher. Palantir, This one is going sideways. Once it breaks 20 bucks and 46 cents, this is going to be a buy. If it breaks 13, this is going to be a sell. In between, it's just going sideways. You can hold when it's going sideways because you are not losing anything. Nvidia, we have been going sideways, and on the week of January 8th, we started to go higher. Boom. So this was the buy here, and now it's continuing pretty well. It could continue easily. It could continue until this line right here, 692, depending on how fast it reaches it. You know, it could do something like this. It could do a bunch of things, but right now the upper limit is right here. So 686, and if we align it with the earnings call, 708, so it could be reaching 708 by February 21st. So yeah, this was good to buy right here. Now it has gone a little bit higher, so we could be having a little bit of a pullback, but this is a bullish trend. So the weekly chart of Nvidia is bullish. AMD, the same thing. You know, this is going even higher. Gold going sideways. Going sideways. If it breaks 1611, buy it. If it goes lower than 1508, okay, let me 1463. I'm gonna choose this one right here, 1463, because 16 is here and 1463 is here. You see, just going between the two. Yes, it did this fluke. Sometimes it happens, but this is what it's doing. So this is noise. Once it goes higher than 1611, get in. Silver, silver, you see that we have a top at $9. If it goes over $9, get in, because there's a swing. And right now I'm going to remove this. This makes it a little bit more clear. So yeah, right now, it's going sideways. 760 is the low right here. If it breaks that, then we can short it. Bitcoin, the same thing. The same principles apply. 34,434 was the top. Broke it. This was the time to buy. October was the time to buy. Boom. And now it's stabilizing at another plateau. If it goes lower than 40,650, then it's the time to short it. So far it's holding. XRP is still going higher and higher. It's making higher lows. We see it here. Now, is it going to bounce on it or not? Nobody knows. If it does not bounce, then it's time to. It's gonna be time to short it. Maybe at 45 right here. At 45, time to short it. If it breaks 54.8, then you can get back in, because most likely it is going to bounce. And then check your trade at 64 cents, because it could be caving in. So okay, the last two. Neo Battery Material. It was going higher and higher, and now it has broken its bullish channel. So it's not the time to get in at all. I would sell after it breaks this one right here, 95 cents. And Nouveau Monde Graphite. This is a mine. This is a graphite mine. Yeah, this one is going sideways. So let's just let it go sideways. So that's it. We have gone through all of our stocks that we are going through during the week. using the daily chart. Now we have just done the weekly chart of those stocks to get an understanding of the weekly patterns. So join me tomorrow, Monday, where we are going to do the daily pattern analysis of these same stocks. So thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to wish you a great rest of the weekend. Thank you for interacting with me. It's always more interesting when I have some people with me instead of me just talking alone. So I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.